Hey everyone! Or no one at all. Who knows? Who cares, right? Oh, shit. So, hello. Gonna do a quick little spread, see what the fuck comes out. And just go with the flow, go with the magic. Yeah! Alright. Hi gays, hi queers, hi loves, hi beauties, hi starshines. This is the Virgo fucking star, baby. And I'm here to spread the love, spread the joy, spread the magic. By the power of my angels and ancestors and star family in me and all around me, we welcome you in universe. We keep our energy grounded and protected. We let the love and light in. We befriend our shadows. And we be as gay as we fucking want to be. Woo! Anyway, I gotta grab some more coffee. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I'm trying to cut back on the caffeine. It's not even... It's just a habit, you know? You just sort of get used to it after so long, and I don't know. I feel like I gotta go on a cleanse soon. Drink some more water. Water is life. Yeah, but I feel like I gotta go on a cleanse soon or something. You know, where you just don't eat for like 3 days, 5 days. I don't know. It depends. Whatever works for you. It resets your body, resets your mind, helps you get back on track with like eating healthier and, you know, laying off the chips and the dip and all that stuff. But I got some beautiful chicken in the fridge, so I'm gonna cook that up tonight and then see what happens. But yeah, welcome. Oh, I should grab a necklace. One more minute. All right. So I got my copper beaded bracelet on. I got this universal... I just love this little stone, wherever it is. It's probably just man-made, but it's beautiful. Got some, I guess that's amethyst. Some more amethyst, but more like crystallized and like legit. And then I got my grounding stone. Woo! Beautiful black grounding stone. You know, if you find a beautiful black stone, you just go sit somewhere under in the grass with Mother Earth. Oh, and I got my heart chakra stone, rose quartz, I want to say. You know, get your higher chakras up. Green is underneath, pink is above. That's your heart. So mote it be this beautiful, blessed energy. We welcome you in spirit guides, ancestors, angels, archangels, creator, source, God, love, light, magic, all star family, alien galactic beings out there. We welcome you in as well. Whatever messages that you would love us to hear, receive, and know here and now for whoever's watching, as well as my energy as well. We welcome it in. Don't I look cute today? I didn't even do shit. Just woke up like this. Blessed be. Blessed be the fruit. I'm gonna make a poster of that one. Anyway, so I was just rambling on. Yeah, I just want to see what's in the energy. I haven't done a little reading for a little bit. I'm feeling vibrational, feeling good. You know, back to myself, which is beautiful, joyous. Being creative, writing a lot, tapping back in, having some crazy good dreams that are unlocking gateways, pathways, doorways, unleashing like for example, I had this whole dream of me being inside this like, it was supposed to be like a building, but it was more like, you know, when they make the concrete basement version of it and they haven't built on top of it yet, it was like that. And somewhat, because there was a door somehow, but it was so strange. It was like I was there and I was trying to, there was water in it and I was with somebody, and then that somebody like left, and then I was alone and I was like floating on the water and the water was draining. I was like stuck in the basement and I was like, oh shit, how the fuck am I gonna get out here? But instead of like waiting around for so and so person, whatever, I just found my own way out. And then the person came back And I was explaining to them that we need to put more water into this, um, not realizing at the moment that that was like a metaphor for me trying to put emotion and whatever into this relationship, which was pretty cool, eye opening. Everything symbolism, in dreams and what you're going through inside. And then there was like a moment where there was also a huge safe in there, and I knew that I didn't have the code. And I assumed, or I thought, that this person with me didn't have the code as well. And then what happened in the dream was that there was a knock on the door, and I went and answered it, and it was the police. And I was like, what the fuck? And I thought for whatever reason they were there for me, but instead they were there for the person, and they called him David, which to me is an ex of mine and a really abusive past stepfather of mine. And even the ex never went by David, he went by a different name, but I just thought it was so interesting. And they came in and they picked him up, and they were like carrying him out. And I don't know, it was weird. It was like in the dream, I felt like like a version of me wanted to be like, no, don't take him. He's my person. But also something kept holding me back by being like, let him go. You don't even love him. I didn't even say I love you or anything. I was more like, what the fuck's going on? Why are you taking him? Blah, blah, blah. And what was even stranger was that he was smiling the whole time. Oh, and right before that, when the police were coming in, he went to the safe and he unlocked it. And so he had the code the whole time. So if this is resonating with anyone, I'm getting shivers. Um, and he had two wallets, and he threw them down to the police. Like, this is what I stole. It was all to do with money, and that was a past ex of mine too, blah, blah, blah. Um, and yeah, it was so interesting because they picked him up. He was smiling the whole time. And I also had another thought of like, well, he's gonna enjoy prison because he's gonna have all the fucking sex he wants, because he was also like an ego sex maniac, this guy I knew. Anyway, long story longer. But they took him off, and I don't know, I woke up realizing like my emotions with this person, or even maybe my stepfather, blah blah blah, was like finally draining away. Like I was draining out the last remains of that relationship. I realized that I could dig myself out of this experience. I didn't need anyone else but me. um Money and being taken by the police, that could have happened in real life. I don't know, I don't talk to them. And I've just heard some stuff, and or actually it's more my intuition. I haven't heard anything. I actually just keep thinking, this person's in jail, this person's in jail. So whatever. I even had a friend of his reach out being like, do you know where they are? And I'm like, I didn't even respond, I don't care, whatever. But I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if he was in jail and it had to do with money fraud or something like that. So we'll see. Or we won't, because I do not care. I release it, I let it go, I give it back to Mother Gaia. Oh, what I was saying with the stone is that you get a black stone, you sit in the grass, you connect with Mother Earth, or it doesn't matter where you are. Just remember that everything's connected to the ground, like even the building, even like the floor you're sitting on, and blah blah blah. But it's nicer to go sit on in the whatever. And you take your beautiful little stone, and you like hold all your energy into it, and you just say, Horn God and goddesses of the universe, we ask you to please, and angels, ancestors, archangels, whoever you want to say, God, source, love, light, creator, we welcome you in, and we ask you to please take all this energy that isn't ours, all the energy not meant for us, all the energy that ties, binds, traumas, pains, all that shit. And we ask you to please take it away from us and return it back to Mother Gaia to be recycled in love and light and magic, to be replenished back to her. And we please ask you to fill us with your divine love, light, and protection and beautiful, positive, uplifting energies. We ask for balance with our shadow self and understanding with our soul, and we ask to remember who we are, and we call back our power here and now back to us and through us, our greatest high self, for the greatest good of all. Ashe, 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 so mote it be, blessed be. Amen. all that stuff. And literally, when you're holding the crystal and or the stone and you're going down throughout your body, like the very first time I ever did this, my high priestess in London, UK. Hey Tony, she told me to do that, and I've never done it before. And when I did it, I heard buzzing like all only where my hands were going down. I was like, wow, like that's interesting. Also, it was like a very cloudy day out, blah blah blah. I was sitting outside, and right after I did that, and I asked for like positive energy and blah blah blah, the sun came out, and I was like, shit. So it really works, people. You just gotta take the moment to go sit with yourself. 10 minutes doesn't take long at all. Go put on a meditation from YouTube if you feel like that helps you. Whatever you need to ground yourself and unleash the energies that are not yours, because we absorb everything. And imagine putting like a ring of protection around you. I always think of like sparkly silver, white magic. I just always have. Sometimes it's gold, sometimes it's pink or blue. Like it's like in your mind you sort of feel like certain colors do certain things or whatever, and you just imagine that bubble, that orb around you, and it just keeps you solid, keeps you happy, keeps you in love with yourself. And love is the most powerful thing in the universe. It's what humanity has to offer. All this and that, jazz, love, and light. Woo. But yeah, there's some rambling for you from me. Hey. And anyway, I have been very clear-headed. I haven't been smoking any weed. I'm not quite yet going on my mushroom journey, but they're always available. Mushrooms are heartbeat of the planet. I feel like in reality, weed is a beautiful plant. It has so many beautiful properties. There's nothing wrong with it. But to get a clear mind and get back into connection with yourself, you need to let it go when you no longer need it. I use it a lot for healing everything. Like I mentioned, in a past relationship, it was very abusive, very horrible. I was in a whole dark place, and to come out of it, I needed that weed to kind of heal me and heal my body and whatever. And then there was just like a moment where I realized I don't need it. Same with drinking. I gave up drinking. Like I'm almost at my 3-year mark. Just because I didn't want to be that version of myself anymore. It just wasn't serving me. I didn't want to run away from any of my shadows. I wanted to face all my demons. I wanted to befriend them. Your demons, your shadow is like your I wanted to say your dark side. It is. It's like your moon, your dark side. It's your protector. It's like your bitch self that comes out when is necessary. It does not control you, but there's moments that when if you do not let it out to play, like I also say when I do drag, my shadow comes out to play, Victoria girl, and it's like a healthy way of expressing that version of yourself. You could be a little cunty, a little fabulously fierce, a little bitchy, whatever, but all in good humor, good fun, only, positive energy. Always use your magic for good, people. And it's important to befriend your shadow with your light side, because we are all yin and yang. We are all masculine and feminine. We are light and dark. It's just, you gotta keep yourself balanced and healthy, this and that. Just like drinking, smoking, mushrooms, ayahuasca, like whatever. If you keep yourself in balance and you have like limitations for yourself, like even when I was drinking, I always had this rule, because I have alcoholism in my family, so maybe that's where it kind of stemmed from. My grandmother taught me how to drink correctly. My mother taught me how to drink erratically. But I used to always tell myself, like, I will never drink alone. I will never drink alone. It just wasn't a thing. I would always drink with people. I would only ever drink if we were going out somewhere and we're going to go dance it away, let it out. That's another beautiful way to let out all the energies. That's a great way to ground yourself. Just put on music and dance. Let your whole body, be loose and free. Let your mind be clear, and let everything just drain out of you that needs to drain out of you, Don't be so distracted by like constant getting drunk. Don't run away from who you are. Don't hide yourself behind your mask. Your authentic self is the most truest, beautiful version of you. But you can't see that when you're drinking too much, when you're smoking too much, when you're doing this and that, you know? Oh, and what I was going to say is that I feel like weed numbs the mind. So if you don't want to think, if you just want to go watch a funny movie like Scary Movie 6, I really probably maybe might get high, but probably not because I'm just not, no, I'm not in the mood. But even that, it's nice to like be so, your mind is so open now without smoking that you feel like you could just be high on life, that you could still giggle and laugh and have a great fucking time just by being you, and you don't need a substance to do it. Like, think of when you were a teenager and you weren't doing anything like that. You know, you used to hang out with your friends and watch the funniest fucking movies in the world and laugh your tits off. And you weren't smoking, you weren't drinking, you weren't doing any of that. So by giving up certain things, that's where you're trying to come back to. You're trying to remember who you are and trying to get back into that version of you that is the most authentic and true. And then I feel like when you get back to that place with yourself, things come out in a better handled way. Like, not only do you realize that you don't need any of that to be expressive, free, dancing, loving, being hilarious, all on your own, but when you do a substance or whatever, you're using it in the right way and you're trying to just elevate this beautiful energy that you already have. But most of the time, like right here and now, you realize even when you think about, oh yeah, maybe I'll go smoke some weed and go watch a scary movie, I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna go watch a scary movie. Like, those mindsets you don't have when you're lost in the void of it all, in the kind of toxicity of it all. So I find that, once again, I think weed numbs your mind, quiets it down, makes you not want to deal with anything, which is nice every now and then, once in a blue moon. And then mushrooms like expands the mind. It reconnects old connections and stuff, things that you are ready to experience and heal and whatever in a whole different way. Just like your heart chakras, green is below, pink is above. I feel like green, Mother Earth, that's the weed, and then up here is the mushrooms. And I do picture mushrooms being pink. Now that I think of it, I've never thought of that before. I know they're not. Some probably are pink, but yeah, a mushroom to me is definitely pink. So anyway, I'm just rambling about all that because that's what I'm going through right now. And again, mushrooms aren't as scary as you think. Don't listen to horror stories, you know. I feel like, just like any substance, if you're in a bad state of mind, drinking is horrible for you. Even weed can be horrible for certain people. They're always like, oh, I have panic attacks. And it's like, really? Because that's not what weed does, but whatever. I get anxiety. You know, I've always, growing up, I was always like, I don't believe in anxiety. I just don't. I know it's a thing, but I don't believe in it. And because I think your mind is more powerful. If you believe so much in anxiety, you're always going to fucking get anxiety. If you learn to just understand what your emotions are, the anxiety won't be there because you get it. You connect it. So get your mind right and the body will follow. Get your heart right and the mind will follow. Always listen to your heart. Tell your negative mind to please be quiet. I don't need you. You don't need to protect me. You could sit silently beside me and let me teach you how to love myself, how to believe in myself, how to show you the magic in the world, not what you experienced, but what you feel, right? Like, your experiences taint your emotions, taint your feelings, taint your reality and your beliefs. But when you sit with yourself and you shut your mind off and you listen to your soul and your heart, you're like reteaching your mind all the negative things that it was always programmed. You're teaching it to let those go and change those thoughts into a more beautiful perspective, a more loving, kinder viewpoint, right? Society messes with you. All this technology, all this fucking politics and shit, all this war, all this poverty and strife, all this like racism, hate, sexism, anti-gay acts, all this stuff. Like, it's all programs trying to keep us in our heads and trying to keep our hearts silent and trying to not let us wake up into our human star soul being version of everything that we were, and we just forgot because the evils of the world have programmed us to think we're less than, but really we're all supposed to be one beautiful, like, vibrational, connected to spirit source, the aliens, all that shit, the universe. Connect to the universe. That's the whole point. You're trying to connect to the universe, right? And your soul, like, where you came from. Like, I believe we're a star, in our heart. The sun is a giant star. Mother Earth is a star, probably inside the planet. Don't they call her an Earth star? Something like that. There's so much truth to all that, and we believe it, but we're told otherwise. We're told, no, this is the scientific way. No, that's magic. That's taboo. It's like, no, science stole from magic, stole from witchcraft and blah, blah, blah. And being a witch and stuff is just being super connected with the planet, understanding herbs and plants and all this and that, understanding moon phases and cycles that we go through, and energies and stuff, and how we have to protect ourselves and blah, 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 right? So, there you go. There's some info. There's some tidbits. Hope it helps someone out there, and yeah, just keep radiating, keep shining as bright as you can, keep being that rainbow you are. Always remember there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and you are the fucking pot of gold, baby. You are. Right? Okay. So, thank you, Sir Spirit. My ancestors and guides, they're just yapping through me today, I guess. Which I love. That's what I mean. Like, once you just clear yourself out, it just feels authentically you, and it's just such a blessing. You could just sit and enjoy the smallest things. Like, I'm just staring at the clouds. It's so nice and cloudy. We've had some great rain, which has been beautiful. And then also today, like, I'm just trying to go with the flow, trusting the universe. I won a ticket for a Pride event, so I'm blessed by that. I wasn't planning to go because money, money, money. Even that money makes you feel negative, makes you feel less than, makes you feel like you'll never earn that type of shit. But that's just a negative energy that was placed on you, when really we are worthy of everything that we deserve. We just have to remember it, and we have to believe it, and then we're open to receive it. Right? So by stepping away from certain substances and stuff and not spending my money there and just getting back in flow with my energy, it's like, next thing you know, things are being attracted to you. They're just coming on in. So I got this random email saying, hey, there's a Hey Driver event. It's a group, like a musical band or whatever, and it's playing, and I was like, it's not anyone I know, but it's on Friday night, and the tickets were only $40, and I even got a front row seat, and I invited my grandma and whatever, but she's gonna be busy picking up the love of her life at the airport, and they'll be a little bit too late to attend, so that's fine. But I was like, you know what? Just for no fucking reason at all, I'm gonna go all by myself. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what the universe brings in, right? Let go. Let the universe figure it out for you. Let your angels, your guides, your ancestors, let God, let the Creator, let Source, the divine love and light, let your star family, whatever you believe in, just let them take care of all the stuff that your negative mind is trying to make you worried about, right? Sit in the now. Don't think so much about the future and what hasn't even happened yet. Allow yourself to just enjoy the experience and see what happens, right? We have this tendency to constantly think too much about everything. Where is my next paycheck going to come from? How am I going to pay the bills? How is this? It's like, but what about everything happening right here and now all around you? Like, people worry so much about the future of their children, and they never think about being in the moment with their children. And then way down the line, when they finally get there, not only are they going to realize everything that they were trying to predict and worry about never even fucking happened, Or if it does, it's because they were so negatively set on that they like brought in that energy. But they're going to realize all this time that they missed having with their kids and having with their family or their lovers or whatever, right? Because they were so focused on way up here, nothing, they can't predict the future, not really. And that's where their mind was here instead of here in the now. What, like, their kids are probably running around them all the time being like, play with me, do this, do that, and they're like, no, I have to think about the future. It's like, what? No, be in the moment and let life come to you. I do not chase, I attract, and everything else I let go and let the universe. And I'm here in my mind, let God. But I personally don't love the word God. I'll say it, but it has no meaning really whatsoever, because I think God is a word that was, again, programmed and man-made, brings a lot of different, like, feelings for certain people, but again, that's just, like, your programming of it. Like, if you feel so negative about it, it's because you probably had a bad experience and it corrupted you, or people are so indoctrinated into it, it's like, life. But either way, as long as you have a healthy aspect and you just believe in the energy, even if you feel like it's just your own future self energy, right? Trying to speak to you, trying to let you know everything's gonna be okay. You will get to this amazing version of yourself that you believe in, but let yourself go with the flow together. Don't just like be worrying about, I'm not that person yet. That's not the point. Living this life is about experiencing this life. And that might be the name of the video. Woo! 26:54 on the clock. It was actually 53, which is a 7. And now 27 on the clock. Woo! Alright. Is that it, Spirit Guides? Do we have any other messages that you want me to quickly put out there? Because my timer's going to run out in 3 minutes. So let's just see for a second. And then I'll pull some cards, okay? No, I think I got it all. I literally, like, I just feel like a beautiful, calm wave. And the energy feels like kind of pinkish, kind of orangish. And it's sort of like, you don't need to say anything more, you know? You just need to be in the moment. And thank you for expressing everything that you just expressed, Virgo Star. And beautiful message, I think. So hope you enjoyed. And now, after this, we'll get into the reading, okay? Bye, guys.